Hello and welcome to SF Giants recap. And in today's live stream, we're going to go over the Mets versus the Giants. And so it was a tough doubleheader loss. The Giants, they couldn't pull off any wins today. Some of them were the umpire's fault. Some of them were the Giants' fault, obviously. But that's what we'll go over. And so the first game was 5-4 loss. The Giants they choked really bad, and so it was pretty tough. And so they went into extra innings. We got robbed on a call at first. It should have been safe. Tyler Estrada was safe. Pete Alonso obviously pulled off the bag, and it was totally not overturnable. And guess what they did? They overturned it. And so just little things like that, they could ruin a season, like just like last year, where if we wouldn't have won one of our games, we would have lost. Like we wouldn't have gone to the division series, and that could have been the game. And I feel like the Giants, they deserve that win more than the Mets right there. Just a lot of little things that should have gone our way and didn't. But there were some things like Joey Bart, he let up not an easy block, but a block that should be made most of the time. He let that by, and that scored a run for the Mets. Jock Peterson, he did hit a home run, so that's good to see him having the power. Jason Bossler, he came from the River Cats today, and he singled to bring in another run for the Giants. And then Brandon Crawford, he had a 2-run single to make it 4-1. But then Jeff McNeil, he doubled to make it 4-3. And then Francisco Lindor, he doubled. And so that made it 4-4. But then in the top of the eighth, Tyler Estrada, he got a bunt, but just little things that the Giants, they definitely should have executed better on, and should have definitely taken that game. Giants blew the first game along with poor decisions by Kapler. Yeah, I would say it wasn't 100% on the Giants. The umpires did mess up that call, but yeah, Kapler, I felt like he put guys in the wrong situation, and like Camilo Duvall made it way too stressful. Like ninth inning should be pretty comfortable, but Camilo Duvall, he almost ruined it right there and made it way too close than it should have been. And then in the ninth, they really should have just gone after that one run, because our bullpen could have held that. And Harleen Garcia didn't do anything wrong, just let up a double by Francisco Lindor. And so I feel like they should have played that 10th inning a little better with moving the guy around. And then Cobb was doing well until he got hurt. Yeah, Alex Cobb, I really like his stuff. It's looking pretty good. I think that him getting hurt, it's pretty disappointing, because I was really excited for our 5-man rotation. I'm like, as long as no one gets hurt, we're going to be the best rotation in baseball. And right as we are getting hopeful, someone gets hurt in the rotation. And so that's unfortunate. Luckily, it isn't an arm injury. It's just a strained groin. And so hopefully he'll be back within around like 10 days, only miss 1 or 2 starts. And if he missed 1 or 2 starts, that's fine, because we can platoon guys back and forth from Sacramento, try to make up some innings, try to give those guys some major league time, so then they're ready later in the year if we need them, if there's any more injuries. So I think it might not be the worst thing if we pull up some guys and they get some time in the majors. Like Sam Long definitely needs some more time, needs some more pitching experience. He did play pretty good in the second game. Along with Tyler Beatty, he needs to get some more reps in, because he's either going to be super good or he's a bust, because the Giants have like ragged on him so long because he was a first-round pick, that at this point they're either going to just hold on to him and he hopefully pulls out some magic, or he just does terrible like he has been, and they just have to let him go. But it'll stink if they let a first round pick go to waste. But at the same time, if he's not performing well, then what's the point of keeping him? Marte's pitching was stellar. Yeah, Yerner Marte, I think he could be a powerful weapon if he gets some more experience. he can maybe be your next closer. And if he's not a closer, he could be eighth inning guy. I think it is good to see that the minor leaguers are getting a lot of reps early, where when it comes to the dog days of summer, we're not dreading on pitching and having to rely on these guys. These guys are already going to be ready by that time when there's going to be more injuries, more rest days, where everyone is kind of on the last stretch. And so we'll see what happens. We'll go over the second game soon, but the first game, just a lot of disappointing things here and there. We could have capitalized on a lot of running mistakes. Like we had a hit and run on Joey Bart, swung a miss on a pitch that was very hittable. And then it was, I think, Jason Bossler who got thrown out. And so that inning could have gone another way, scored us a couple more runs. And then the other inning, we had I think it was 2 on, 1 out or something like that, where the Giants got nothing. So just we need to capitalize on it with guys on base. Really struggled with that situation. But I mean, the Giants didn't do bad at any means, but we definitely should have won that game. And it was definitely our game because there's so many situations where we had the momentum, we had the guys on base, we had opportunities and never could capitalize. It was just disappointing with the clutch hitting. But that it's only like the 13th or 11th game of the season, so nothing too big, but definitely need to work on it. And if that's something that will come as we go, then I guess it'll be. But now let's go over the second game, which I felt like was even more disappointing than the first. But the Giants were getting no hit through 6 innings, which was very, very questionable. Definitely have pitching depth. Yeah, the Giants pitching depth. Oh, we definitely have pitching depth. Yeah, the Giants, they definitely have a ton of depth with the pitching, especially in the minors. I think they'll be just fine on the pitching side. The bullpen, it's really good, but it's not really organized. I feel like we're just throwing one guy out there another inning, and we don't really have a structure for how we're going after that bullpen with throwing guys like Tyler Rogers in the wrong situations. Because I feel like Tyler Rogers is more of a 7th and 8th inning guy. Can't be pitching later than that even. And Harleen Garcia also, I feel like, can't be pitching late in games. But then you have a guy like Jake McGee, who is very shaky, but he can go on streaks of being really good or really bad. And so that's the problem with going through lots of situations. I mean, not having a structure bullpen, but that will hopefully be fixed throughout the year. Max Scherzer, he was definitely on for the second game. Logan Webb, he kind of struggled in the third. He let up a double by Escobar and then another hit. And so he allowed 3 runs on 6 hits, walked 3 guys. So Logan Webb definitely not his best self today. But hey, you can't ask for everything right there. But the rest of the pitching, 0 ERA. You see all that? That is pretty impressive that they shut down the Mets. Only allowed 2 hits after Logan Webb. So bullpen, very, very impressive. Yurner Marte, 3 strikeouts, like Michael Roeder was saying. And Sam Long was also very impressive, getting 2 strikeouts. No walks. The thing that I've noticed right here, no walks from the whole bullpen. That is super impressive and good to see because, free bases, the offense has to do nothing to earn those bases. And I think that's a huge thing for the Giants. If they can limit those walks, they're going to win more games. And if you erase that third inning that Logan Webb had, Giants win that game 1-0. And so that goes to show how good that bullpen was. Like I've been saying, we need another impact bat. Yes, I kind of feel bad that Luke Williams got sent down, but Jason Vossler was definitely good addition to today's lineup. Did pretty well. They need another left-handed bat in the lineup, and since Lamont Wade and Tommy LaStella are both out, I think they just went with Jason Vossler from AAA. and I think that's a fine decision. It's not a long-term decision, and so I think we're just gonna have to go along with platooning guys like Jason Vossler, Luke Williams. Mauricio Dubon will probably have to be options sometime if he has any options left, but the minor leaguers are going to be key to the later season, giving guys rest, platooning guys back and forth. And so it'll be interesting to see how that goes. But Max Scherzer, he definitely dominated us. He went 7 innings, only allowed 1 hit, 1 run. He did walk 3, but struck out 10. So the bats, they're just off today. But the guy, I'm super glad that he finally got a hit and an RBI that found a hole. Darren Ruff, he's been hitting the ball super well, has been like on fire, but he's just never had anything to show for it. He's gotten robbed a lot of solid foul balls, and so I'm really glad that Darren Ruff finally found a hole and got a hit. But I think the Giants offense just needs to put together some clutch hits, like putting together good at bats, putting together good good hits, but they're just never clutch and never seem to be going the Giants' way. And also in the first game, a lot of them were just little dinky hits that the Mets got really lucky, like a ground ball that hits the bag, or a bunt that no one can get to, or a weak ground ball where Brandon Belt's playing 20 feet off the bag and can't get it, and that scores 2 runs. So just a lot of unfortunate things today. I feel like it was a game of just they get lucky and then they capitalize on the luck. And so I think the Giants, they just need to battle back. We have Carlos Rodon on the mound tomorrow, which I think will be huge if he can save that bullpen tomorrow, go 7, 8 innings. That would be absolutely incredible and save our bullpen for the long stretch that we're going on and get us a win tomorrow. That'd be absolutely huge. And if the offense is on, that would be even better. So I'm just hopefully counting on Carlos Rodon to come in clutch tomorrow with giving us a lot of innings. But other than that, the Giants, unfortunate loss, but hey, you win some, you lose some. And I feel like once we get LaMonte Wade back or Tommy La Stella, those 2 key bats in the lineup, they're going to be huge, especially in those later inning games. They could provide some clutch hits like LaMonte Wade, like we saw last year. So hopefully the Giants, they can get everything back together, be organized for tomorrow's game, and have a plan, because Kapler's a great manager, but today I felt like he kind of lost control and wasn't ready for the doubleheader as he should have been. But hey, who cares? And we'll come back tomorrow and we can get a couple more wins. So I'll end this live stream right now, and I'll see you next time for a new SF Giants recap video. And hopefully tomorrow is a win and we can come back and save the bullpen, get ready for the next game, and hopefully take a split against the Mets. And so I'll see you next time.